Hi guys, it's Mattias with some moments using gadgets, explosives and even some tanks in this video. You see quite a lot of shit blowing up here. We're starting off with the beginning of a round. I know that I didn't land here alone. I'm able to pick up a pistol, but that's the only firearms I'm able to find before I'm running into two guys that are duking it out with their knives. Now, luckily I was able to pick up a little bit of explosives here. You see I picked up the dynamite and the AT grenade. Also, I was able to hit that guy with a smoke grenade. So dealing a little bit of damage with the dynamite, and I know that I can't turn around and face him for any reason. So instead I throw the dynamite in front of me, I keep running. There he goes. Yeah, I gotta admit, I had a really hard time holding back on my own reactions there. So now there are two different weapons in this game that got me a little bit confused in the beginning, and that is the AT grenade and the rifle grenade, or frag grenade rifle, whatever it's called. Now the easiest way to separate the two is that the one that is for tanks is green, and the one against players is blue. Oh yeah, frag grenade rifle, that's the name of it. It's so irritating when you fire one shot just because you want to manage your inventory. Happens to me all the time, not that I have any idea where that rocket went. Now the AT grenade pistol is not only good against vehicles, but also good at breaking walls. Here, it served a very, very important purpose. Now, as much as it's very satisfying to blow shit up in, well, basically any video game, one of the unforeseen consequences of that in Firestorm is that you can attract a lot of enemies, many of whom will believe that you're an easy target just because you probably have to heal up after the firefight that brought them to you in the first place. Now in Firestorm, because of the bad loot system, you are vulnerable for a much longer time after you've been in combat, or well, normally anyway, than in most other Battle Royale games. It takes a lot longer to loot, it's harder to get the loot for a variety of different reasons, which is also one of the reasons why the players that you killed many times doesn't have any of the valuable loot that you need. Therefore, after you've killed the player, it's quite likely that you're going to be very vulnerable for quite a long time. A lot of your opponents are going to know that. I think they like this place. Shit. I can't heal. I can't fucking heal. I can't pick up loot because this game. Yeah, I'm sure that EA is still wondering why is it that Firestorm can't really compete with the other far more successful BR games. Yeah, looting is a big deal, but it's not everything. So I think it's time for us to blow up the first tank in this video. Now in the core game this would be impossible. I would be dead easily, but in Firestorm, you can't actually shoot from the driver's seat, meaning that if you want to fire, you have to switch to the passenger seat, making you even more vulnerable than you already are. I mean, I have a few kills with the Staghound, but I almost never use them unless I have one of those kind of fun challenges that happens on my stream every once in a while. And yeah, speaking of streaming, as I'm sure you know by now, I'm streaming on YouTube, this very channel. I might switch to a service called D-Live in the future. I'm going to check it out, but I seriously doubt that I'll ever have a chance to get back to Twitch. So yeah, it is so scary not having the weapons you want in the early game, or well, at any part of the game actually. Here, I only have a shotgun, which means that I'm very, very limited at range. But I do have the Panzerfaust. So yeah, again, you'll see how vulnerable you are against tanks in Firestorm. And I know there are quite a number of people that believe that the amount of rockets and explosives in general that you can carry is a little bit too high. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yeah, there was another guy shooting me at the same time from, I think, the southwest direction, but I'm not going to go for him. Instead, I'm going to try to take out that staghound. First, of course, I want to heal up and loot up a little bit. Kind of strange how that tank is still standing there, not paying attention to the fact that there was just a firefight right behind him. Here I only had 2 rockets, but luckily I had the 80 grenade, and now you'll see it used for its intended purpose. It's actually pretty good. Remember not to underestimate it. So here we have another situation. It's in the early game again, and I do have 2 submachine guns, but I'm going to use the 80 grenade quite a bit anyway. I'm also going to turn down the original sound on this file because I did rage quite heavily over getting stuck in this game right there. It's one of the Battlefield features, always getting stuck. So yeah, I actually did over 60 damage by hitting the wall in front of the player there, or the sandbags in front of him. And I've come to realize that many times, if you use an 80 weapon, the splash damage of the weapon isn't all that much. But if you blow up, like in this case, the sandbags or a wall or something next to a player, you deal a lot more damage that way. Now, I haven't been able to get a lot of kills with nades in Firestorm, even though many times I've been able to deal damage and they have been a deciding factor in many engagements. This is one of the times when I was actually able to get a kill, and I was really surprised when it happened actually. So first a little bit of looting, giving you a little bit of context, and yeah, this system, I don't know how long we're expected to put up with this. So, what is the biggest and most powerful explosion in the game? Well, most likely the V1 rocket. I have a few kills with it, but this is probably the only time that I've taken down a tank using it. The V1 is real! So you guys think I won that match? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but if I did win it, then it's probably in another video, and I've already forgotten about it. What the f*** is wrong with this f***ing game? Yeah, I had to censor a little bit there. I think some of you might be a little bit too sensitive to hear that profanity. Now, the video is going to continue with some similar situations here. You'll also see quite a bit of context in at least some of the clips. Also, there will be a little bit of me using the Staghound actually, so you'll see that as well. So I hope you will enjoy it, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Mattias, and I want to thank you all for watching. Didn't put any fuel into this baby. How am I alive? How am I alive?